What's up? What's up? What's up, BlaK Family? Welcome to the BlaK Family Podcast. Today, our segment is Boy Moms Are Dangerous. So, today we're going to be breaking down boy moms, why they're dangerous. So, we'll break down the psychology, we'll break down the biology, and we'll break down what scientists say about this. We will also be breaking down the behavior, and I will also be given analysis of my own of how to point out these specific behaviors. So, boy mom. What is a boy mom? Because I know many of us thought that a boy mom was just a mother that has sons, or, women, that have given birth to sons. It's actually something completely different. So, initially, that's what it would have been. But when we get into the boy mom culture, we go into a whole another segment of things. So, I have an article here that I will also be posting up in the link will be in the description to all of the research that I find, all of the research that I study, and every analysis will be in the description so that you can also see it as well, and also so you can conduct your own research. All right. So every research that I do is either from library of medicine or organization, a college or a university. So this, if it's coming from the government, that means it has to be studied and researched by numerous scientists, doctors, and scholars. If it's coming from a university or college, it has to be studied from scholars, doctors, scientists. If it's coming from an organization, it is in the same way. So you can try to refute it, but just know these people have been studying. All right. And these are scientists. These are people that go to school to study and have run numerous experiments, have run numerous of studies and research to come up with their analysis that support their hypothesis. And how do you support a hypothesis is that you conduct numerous of research that becomes a study. And once it is studied, it becomes proven. And once it becomes proven, it becomes scientific facts. So I want to go to an article called thepacepress.org. So this talks about the toxic culture of boy moms. And I want to get into a passage. So it says, talk about boy moms frequently focus on the negative effects of misogyny, emotional incest, and inappropriate emotional attachment. Boy mom culture has the potential to poison families and create an unsettling relationship between mothers, adult sons, and their spouses. Social media posts centering on boy moms romanticizing family dynamics and cast sons in unsuitable roles. Certain features of boy mom culture, such as calling sons boyfriend or implying that growing up is like getting broken up with, cast sons in the role of a romantic partner rather than a child. Therefore, it should come as no surprise that mothers who have this kind of attachment with their sons eventually start to consider the wife of their son as the enemy or the other woman who is trying to steal her man. Family. This is giving a breakdown of how inappropriate boy moms could truly be. What is a boy mom? A boy mom is someone that is a mother that enables the predatory men you see today and have encountered. She over nurtures and over coddles her son to try to make him her man. This is where the term son husband comes in. Son husband. This is a mother that is trying to turn her son into her man. That is unhealthy. That is an unhealthy relationship between mother and son. And it's happening more often than we really, really understand. So that's why we're going to be breaking down a lot of the psychology, biology, and scientific facts of this. Now, the difference between boy moms and mothers with sons. Mothers with sons, they understand the duty that it takes to raise a son. They understand that he needs to know responsibility, he needs to take accountability, and she will raise him with discipline. That is mothers with sons. That is a mother with a son, that is mother with sons. She will instill principles into him because she understands that she has a duty as his mother to make sure that when he goes out into society, that he is able to contribute to society and be a citizen. Whereas a boy mom, because she is so focused on trying to make her son her man, she doesn't care about his societal roles. She doesn't care about his contribution. All she cares about is getting her needs met through the son that she birthed. So she will try her best to make her son the perfect man. This is the reason why she will buy anything for him. This is the reason why she will do whatever he wants. He could say whatever he wants. He could do whatever he wants. She will spend her whole entire life trying to buy her sons respect and his love. Because she does not see him as her son, she sees him as her man. That is a boy mom who is enabling her son to be really public enemy. That's one. And honestly, he becomes the worst man that anybody wants to be around. She enables him. She over-nurtures him. She over-coddles him. There's a study that shows males being over-coddling, it messes up their mentality. It messes up their mentality. It messes up them biologically. It messes up them psychologically. So let's get into some studies of the reason why these women are this way when it comes to their sons. So another study is from Library of Medicine, PubMed, and this study, family, there was a group of pathologists at Landen University Medical Center in the Netherlands. And they did a study and an experiment. They performed a situ hybridization of the Y chromosome. Now, the Y chromosome is the male chromosome. There's a study that also shows that the Y chromosome is degenerate. On Library of Medicine, there is a study that shows that the Y chromosome is degenerate. The Y chromosome is the male chromosome. It's what makes males male. You have to remember every embryo, every person here started off as a female. The X chromosome. The X chromosome is female until they're given another X for female or Y for male. But every embryo starts off as female. So the Y chromosome study shows that it is degenerate. So what does this have to do with the mother? Well, they studied on embedded autopsy samples of different groups, different organs collected from 26 women who died while pregnant or within 1 month of delivery of a son. In fact, the group was looking for male cells in female bodies. The research was successful. They found Y chromosomes in each tissue sample that they analyzed and found in the lungs, spleen, liver, kidney, brain, and heart. So some of you are probably asking, okay, what does that mean? Well, what that means is the unhealthy attachment that these women will have to their sons is because that Y chromosome goes in the mother's brain, her heart, her spleen, her lungs. It goes in her brain, her lungs, her spleen, her liver, her kidney, her heart. So this unhealthy attachment is biological. And the study is showing that even while these women are deceased, that Y chromosome lives within the mother. So her unhealthy attachment to her son is due to microchimerisms. Microchimerisms is the presence of a small number of cells in an individual that have originated from another individual and are therefore genetically distinct. This phenomenon may be related to certain types of autoimmune diseases. What is micro? Micro is small. What is chimerisms? Organisms. Like I said, these things have went into the woman's lungs, her liver, her spleen, her heart, her brain. Some of you are trying to figure out why, when it comes to these mothers' sons, why do they have this specific behavior? Why do they have this attachment? And it's very unhealthy. It is because the Y chromosome goes into the woman's tissue. It goes into her organs. And this DNA, it's male DNA that goes within her. It is called microchimerisms that stays in her body. There is another study that shows that when a woman gives birth to sons, that it alters her brain. And there's 2 studies. It can be negative, it can be positive. But just know that chromosome goes within the mother's brain. So now you know, if you ever been around a man and you notice that this is an unhealthy relationship between his mother and himself. Why is it like that? Why do women, who have sons, why do they feel the need to do everything their sons say? They don't even care if their sons are doing wrong. When you look at our community and you see the degeneracy that goes on in our community as Black people, and you see that this egregious behavior in our communities due to the males, and you ask yourself, why does it always seem like the mother is protecting him in this egregious behavior? Because she is. Because of the microchimerisms that is in her, the Y chromosome that is in her brain, her heart, her lungs, her spleen, her liver, she is going to take up for this male no matter what. He can unalive 20 people, and she will come up with an excuse of why it's not his fault. And trust me, I know, because I'm around women 24/7. And when I say their sons can do no wrong, their sons can do no wrong. This is the reason why this behavior is so prevalent in our community, is because of the mothers. The mothers have an unhealthy attachment to their sons that they're willing to enable them and protect them in wrongdoings. They can beat you. They didn't do it. You did something to them. They can cuss you out. Oh, you just have to ignore them. He ain't going to do nothing. He ain't going to do nothing. I'm giving you the science of the reason why these mothers behave the way they behave. And no matter what, he can cuss her out. He can talk bad about her. And she's still going to scrape up all of the change she got to make sure that he's good. She will take from her own daughters, her own mother, her nieces. She will take from her own people to give to him, and knowing that he's not going to do the right thing. This is the reason why you will notice majority of these women, they have sons that are career felons, and they will sit up and talk about them as if they're scientists, if they're doctors. And you're thinking, anybody that has a brain and is a critical thinker, you're thinking to yourself, why would this woman sit up and talk about her sons who are career criminals? They don't go to nobody's school. They have about 6 baby mothers. They're consistently always having run-ins with the law, but yet she's sitting up there talking about them as if they have won the Nobel Peace Prize. And the reason being is because that microchimerism. So now that you know, there's another study that shows and suggests that the cognitive decline was faster among mothers with multiple sons compared to mothers with only daughters. So there is the science. I also broke down the psychology of this as well. I'm going to give you my analysis. I came up with 10 ways of how to spot a man that comes from a boy mom. Family, I came up with 10 ways of how you can spot a man that comes from a boy mom. Number 1, he is overly emotional. Everything ticks him off. He can't hold his temper for nothing. When you see this type of man, ladies, you need to run. It is not cute that a man has a temper. That means he has lack of logic, and he is unable and incapable of controlling his emotions. And so you have to use your logic, because I know women are showing that they turn off their brains so the man can think, but you have to understand, men are the most incarcerated beings here. So what does that tell you? That they are the most emotional here. Even though they'll say you're the most emotional, they are the most emotional here. Because they will unalive someone just for looking at them crazy. It's not cute. Women will go around talking about, yeah, he just got a little temper, and yeah, but no. Let me tell you something. Today, it was that person. Tomorrow, it could be you. That's how you need to be thinking. You need to use your logic. That type of man that is overly emotional, you should be getting far away because he's out of control. Number 2, he's uneducated. Most of the time they can't read, write, because his mother does everything for him, so he doesn't feel the need to further his education or better himself. Number 2, he is uneducated. Number 3, violent. He is the most violent man. He will go from saying passive violent words to actually being violent. What does that look like? Oh, I'll slap you if you ever did something like that. Man, I'll choke a girl out. Let me tell you something. Those type of violent words end in violent behavior. Number 4, he is a cheater. Because his mother has made him feel like he's the man of all men, the same rules he used on you, he'll use on other women, because his mother has taught him how to manipulate women. Number 5, he is afraid of other men. Because he was raised by a woman with problems, he has learned to manipulate women and take control of women. He even learned the nature of women that he doesn't know his own nature. So when he comes across a man, he is afraid due to him not knowing how to manipulate this man in his favor. I've seen this numerous times where you have men, they'll be all in a woman's face. Oh, what? I'll slap you. Man, I'll punch you. Man, what? And then soon as the man around, oh no, brother, you good? Oh no, bro, I was just, hyped up and stuff. No, bro, it's whatever, it's good. You know what I'm saying? Nah, hey, yeah, I'm just going through some things, but yeah, bro, I'll catch you later, man. Nah, we don't got no problem at all, man. What's your name? What's your IG? We could hook up and, GTA and stuff, or, watch the football game. Bro, it's no problem. It's all good. No problems with you. You my partner, you know what I'm saying? None of that. Always trying to dap up the guys. But when he's around girls, when he's around women, he's all in your face. He's afraid of men. He's a coward. 6, nothing is his fault. Nothing is his fault. Because his mother has always come to his rescue, he never had to take any responsibility for his own action. He plays the blame game all the time. Everybody does something to him. He's never his own problem. This is a man that does not take accountability, and he does not take responsibility. He doesn't take accountability for his own actions, and he doesn't take responsibility for his own decisions. Which brings me to number 7, lack of discipline. This man has no discipline at all. He will beat you, cheat on you, and he will overindulge in drugs and alcohol because he has no ambition to do anything in life but sleep, eat, and play over women. A man with no discipline is a dangerous man, ladies. A man with no discipline is a dangerous man, meaning he's willing to do anything and everything. You need to be careful. Number 8, he is a mass manipulator. Because he was taught to manipulate women by his mother, he will manipulate you into staying with him, not out of love, because he doesn't love. The only woman he is in tune with is his mother. And she's the one who taught him the game. Number 9, gaslighter. He will make everything your fault and make you seem like the problem. When you are talking to him about your feelings, not understanding, this is an irrational boy who is in a man's body. He will flip everything on you to make you seem crazy. This happens all the time. You'll be sitting up there trying to tell him how you feel and what he's done, and he will make everything seem like your fault. You're the reason why you can't get a job. You're the reason why he doesn't have any discipline. You're the reason why he slaps you. You're the reason why he's throwing things. You're the reason why he's always mad. Number 10, irrational. He is one of the most irrational men you ever want to meet. He has excuse for his predatory ways. He will explode every chance he gets because this is a boy who has been over-nurtured by his mother, who didn't raise him with discipline and to take responsibility. She over-coddled him and tried to make him her own man, which didn't work. So now he's out in the world destroying as many women's lives as possible. And ladies, if you don't know, now you know. You know the signs now. So number 1, how do you spot a man that comes from a boy mom? Number 1, he's overly emotional. Number 2, he's uneducated. Number 3, violent. Number 4, he's a cheater. Number 5, he is afraid of other men. Number 6, nothing is his fault. Number 7, lack of discipline. Number 8, he is a mass manipulator. Number 9, he's a gaslighter. Number 10, irrational. A lot of you ladies are staying with men that you know that are incapable of loving you, taking care of you, actually being the man for you. You know he loves his mother more than he loves you. And there's nothing wrong with him loving his mother, because obviously that's his mother. But it's interesting that these men will pull up the Bible when it comes to them having hate towards same sex, right? They can pull up the Bible. But the Bible says that when a man marries a woman, he must uncling from his mother and his father to cling to his wife. It's interesting because men don't seem to bring that scripture up, especially men that come from boy moms. They don't seem to bring that scripture up. This is not much about religion, because those that's been following me, I tell you that religion was for men anyways, and the only thing it did for women was put women at the bottom. But I break down certain religiosity principles that these men came up with to basically keep themselves in check. But they don't use it for that. They use it for hate purposes only. Supposedly it was set to discipline them. But instead they used it to subjugate women. So a lot of you are possibly in the homes with men who have an unhealthy attachment to their mothers. And now you know the science of that. You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok. There I post up videos as well. But you can follow me mainly here at BlaK Family Podcast here on YouTube. We'll definitely be up on Apple and other social media platforms as well. Breaking down the science of mothers' unhealthy attachment to boys, their sons, it was definitely something that I wanted to know. I wanted to know this, growing up too, because I used to see it in my household all the time. I used to say, I wonder why she is like that when it comes to him. What is that? You know what I'm saying? Because it was more than just a mother loving her son. Nothing's wrong with a mother loving her son, right? But this was always much more. It was something more psychological. And I truly wanted to know. I was just like, something's not right. And there was something that recently happened to me. It was last year around this time, summertime, and one of my cousins, he was able to talk to me a certain way. And remind you, I'm 2 years older than him. And so there was a little situation that happened, and where, I'm playing around and stuff. And I guess that there was something I did that he didn't like. But instead of just pulling me to the side like an adult and saying, hey, Tina, I didn't like this X, Y, and Z, he took it upon himself to try to curse me out. I didn't say anything. I pretty much was the adult, and I just walked off. And then when we came, because we were sharing a room, when we came back together and stuff, and he was talking with me, I told him, hey, going forward, You're not allowed to speak to me like this, X, Y, and Z. But before I even told him that, I had let his mother know. And his mother is my cousin. We got the same last name and everything. And I let her know. And she was like, oh, you just got to ignore him. And, you know, and I'm just thinking, like, why is it that males can have this type of behavior towards people and the mother just does nothing? But when an outside entity, when we talk about our community and we talk about the males in our community, we always wonder why they get done the way they get done. But you have to understand, there always needs to be a balance. That's universal law. So where you don't do something, someone else is. And I feel that the males in our community act the way they act, and they're dealt with the way they're dealt with, is because of the lack of accountability. They don't have to be accountable for nothing at all. And they don't want anybody talking about it. I thought that was another thing that was crazy. If you talk about their behavior, they will say that you're bitter. They will say that, oh, you're hating on us. They will say everything to combat what you're saying, even though they know it's the truth. And then the saddest thing is the women in the community will do the same thing. I've been talking to women in our community about these situations, and they're wondering why we've been down for so long. But I'm saying, how can you build with males who don't want to take any accountability for their behavior, and they're always blaming someone else? And guess what? The women will blame someone else for their sons, for their uncles, for their fathers, for their nephews, right? And no accountability is on them. So when someone else sees them, they deal with them so harshly, because you got to understand, when you're dealing with someone that is hard-headed, when you're dealing with someone that is non-compliant, when you're dealing with someone who thinks that they can walk around and say whatever they want and do whatever they want, that pisses people off. It pisses me off. It pisses me off that these people get to run around doing whatever they want, and then no accountability. You could just blame somebody else. It's the white man's fault. It's not their fault. It's not their fault at all. Even though they're the ones that are committing the crimes, even though they're the ones that are doing this behavior, even though they're the ones who got up and decided and chose that lifestyle, it's not their fault. And guess why? They never had to be accountable, because of boy moms. Boy moms will all come together to march for males that they know are doing wrong. Look at all those people that didn't want that man to go. I don't know his name. I didn't forget his name. But look at all those women that didn't want that man who had them tattoos. So y'all know who I'm talking about. He had all them tattoos on his face. They didn't want him to go to jail just because he was cute. That's crazy. And this is where we're at. I know if I say anything about the behaviors of males, it could be a woman I could be talking about men, right? Family, I could be talking about men. It'll be a mother who has a kid, a son who's 2. He's 3. He's not going to be a man for a long time. Oh, you must be talking about my son. No, I'm not talking about your son because your son is only 2. He's unable to do anything to anyone at this moment. But the reason why she will get offended, because she knows that she's not raising her son with any respect, with any love, with any accountability. Women think over nurturing their sons, that's love. It's not love. In fact, that is the reason why you have so many men that are on a setback. Because when they go out into the world, they think everybody's supposed to treat them like that. They think everybody is supposed to over nurture and over coddle them. I've had men in my life say, oh, Tina, you need to show me love like this and like that. I tell them, man, get up out my house. Get up out of here with that. Get up out of here with that. They think everybody's supposed to be bending backwards for them because they're mothers. I've seen mothers where their sons cuss them out so bad and they be like, hey, you got $10? Yeah, I got $10. Oh, because I need to get Darius. I need to get this for him. Oh, no. No. I don't got $10 for Darius. I remember a relative of mine's. Her son had got done beating her up. And she gave all of us $20 and asked all of us, hey, I need that $20 back because I need to get so-and-so. I need to get him some money because he needs this. That's what boy moms would do. Boy moms would take from everybody just to give to an ungrateful, undisciplined, uneducated, enabled, irrational, egregious behaving in a grown man's body, but mentality is like a little boy. She taken from everybody just to give to this novice. It's upsetting. And like I said, I'm talking about it. Because I didn't see many women try to work around it, try to make excuses, but then will say, we need our men to X, Y, and Z. X what? We need our men to stand up. How they gonna stand up when they're 30 and they're still living home with their mothers and they don't have any jobs? They read at a 3rd grade level. They're able to do whatever they want. They're able to say whatever they want to anybody. They can use them being a felon to get everybody to do something for them. The only person they can't run that game on is me, because I could care less. They can't run it on me, because I'll just be like, okay. Because I tell them, felons can get a job at Taco Bell and McDonald's, and they get upset. Which lets me know majority of the women that they come across don't tell them that. I'm letting you know the reason why boy moms are dangerous, because this is a overall issue for everybody. The males in our community have been enabled so bad that they have become international bums. They're in everybody's household singing this same sad song. the white man did this to me, and I can't get this because I'm this, and I'm and it's the same sad song. And the saddest thing is, you got women will let this male bring you down and break you down due to his enabled behavior. So this is a worldwide issue. It's an epidemic. It's an epidemic, this behavior. And so that's why I had to come on here and talk about it. Because I see it. I see it every day. I see it in the schools. I see it in my household. I see it in other people's household, where they are over coddling their sons. And due to this over coddling, which study shows that it's unhealthy, it becomes a issue to women. Because now women have to deal with this. I just told you, most men that come from boy moms, they're afraid of other men. So they're not going to treat men the way they treat you. Because a lot of them don't even know their own nature. But they spent their whole entire life studying the female nature because that's who they want to get over. And they have been succeeding, ladies. They have been succeeding. They've been able to manipulate you. They've been able to gaslight you. They've been able to make you feel guilty for trying to get rid of them in their toxic behavior, in their gaslighting behavior. All of this comes down to behavior in their violent nature. They will be violent with you because now you finally cutting them off. You shouldn't have been with them in the first place. There are so many women that'll be like, oh, he does everything his mom wants him to do, and then you should be letting him go the first time you see it. Learn to let people go the first time. Another thing I'm noticing about women love to play blind. You see that, and I know you see it. You know how many times I gotta flip questions and certain statements just for a woman to really say, yeah, Tina, I know that is what they do. Yeah. So why are you pretending to be blind? Why are you pretending that you don't see this behavior? Why are you pretending to act like it's not their fault? Why are you acting like that? It's not helping. And then another thing, the reason why I want to talk about this, you got women running around talking about, yeah, we do need our men so they can protect and lead and provide us. Huh? No, it's not the protect, lead, and provide that makes me go, huh? It's the, have you seen the quality of men? And you want them to lead you somewhere? These are not quality men that you are seeing. These are boys in grown men bodies. So, lead you where? You got 60% of them don't even have jobs. You got 72% of them that can't even read. You got a high percentage of them that got a learning disability. You got a high percentage of them can't even stay out of jail. So how are they going to lead you somewhere? You're doing better than them. You're doing better than them. You're silly. You like to play blind, but you on paper is doing better than them. You're able to keep your home. You didn't went to college. You got your degrees. You're paying your bills. You consistently keeping a job. Lead you where? That's another thing that I don't understand about women. How is a man going to lead you and you're overqualified? And they will tell you that. You're overqualified. You're more qualified than him to lead your own self. And majority of these men know that. They know that. You want a man who reads at a 3rd grade level. His biggest career is stealing. That's what he does for his whole life, ever since he was a kid. Stealing. Majority of them don't even have certificates. They don't even have training certificates to even show you. Here you are with 6 degrees on the wall, consistently paying your bills, consistently going to work, and you want a man that's inadequate and who depends on mommy to lead you. I need women to start thinking. I need women to start critically thinking, because that makes absolutely no sense. Look at the girl that's a lawyer, and she let a whole homosexual into her life just to get beat up. Just to get beat up. I know y'all seen it. It was all on TikTok. It got about 1 million something views. I may post it up. I may post it up one day. But I know everyone's seen it, because it was everywhere. And if it made it on TikTok, I know for a fact it made it on Twitter. From Twitter, I know it made it on Instagram. And it probably went all through Facebook. Excuse me. So, I wanted to talk about that with your family, because we keep trying to figure out, how can we make things better? We want our communities to be better, but we don't want to truly address situations. I was given numerous of solutions, and then I had to understand why people was not taking it in. And then I realized there are things that need to be dissected. And when I got to the knit and grit, when I went back to the drawing board, I seen that it's the behaviors. I seen that you got women that are putting up with behaviors because they're trying to create something that doesn't even exist. And then it's falling on the children. I'm for women, but I'm more for the children. So it's going to be 50-50. But I'm here to empower women. Why? So you can empower the children. Our babies are suffering from this behavior because women refuse to call it how they see it. And then you let men that are underqualified bully you into bringing them into your house to do what? Absolutely nothing, but be another burden on you. And that's what women are doing. All these women are showcasing their videos talking about, oh, I let this man in. No, he didn't have a job. His highest education is 8th grade. And, but he looked pretty good. And I brought him inside. I cleaned him up. And, the is good and stuff. But He just refused to get a job. He won't go back to school. He won't help around the house. Duh. What did you think he was going to do? Why will men better themselves when they know that there is a woman that always there to save them? Always there to break they fall. I got men that are upset with me because I won't break they fall. Tina, catch me. Not me. I won't be out here saving no man. I don't buy anything for no man. I do not buy anything for no grown man. I don't pay for their food. I don't pay for their housing. I don't drive them nowhere. I don't send them no money. I ain't ever sent no man no money. It's just, I may have gave some cousins some money, and I had to stop doing that. As small as that was, but I had to stop doing that. But far as a man that I was with, I ain't never gave him no money. I ain't never gave no man no money. I ain't never paid for nothing. I ain't never bought no man no shirt. I ain't never bought no man no shoes. I ain't never let a man in my house and let him sleep in here. Baby, I didn't have no furniture in my house. And I would invite guys, and they'd be like, you don't have no furniture? Nope. Can't get comfortable at my place. I don't let them in my room. They got to take their shoes off. That's just for house guests. If they want to come in, they have to take their shoes off. I don't do that. I don't buy men anything. I don't pay for their food. I don't let them see my card. They don't know my information. I'm not out here giving them babies so they can use the taxes and stuff. You know, women, you guys have come all the way down. This is what you're doing. And the reason why you're doing this, because you are enabling, protecting, and contributing to what the boy mom effect, the boy mom culture. This is why it's dangerous, because when these men come out into this world and they have been enabled and over nurtured and coddled by their mothers, now they're out. Oh, he's cute. Of course. He learned how to take care of himself on the outer by his mother, that when he gets inside your household, now you got yourself a cute bum. That's what you got. You got yourself a cute bum. Can't read, can't write, can't arithmetic. Ain't gonna help you with no dishes. He ain't gonna take out the trash. He don't like your kids, so he ain't helping you with no kids. And then if you have a kid by him, he don't want that one either. But when it comes to taxes, that's when he want to claim all the kids. That's trifling. That's trifling. And what makes it worse is not even him. It's you as women. Because you will not stop. When are you going to stop? When are you going to stop accepting bum behavior? That's what I want to know. When are you going to stop accepting that type of bum behavior? So you can talk about his mother, but you also have to talk about yourself, because you picking up where she left off. Where she was over-nurturing and over-coddling him and buying his shoes and buying his lifestyle and buying him cars and letting him wreck this car, and she buy him another car, buying his outfits. He ain't never bought no outfit. He ain't never bought no food. And boom, he meets you and you do the same thing. So why would he better himself when he got forever fools, starting with his mother? That's what a lot of these men and anybody that speaks on it, why you think they get upset? They get upset because when other people speak on their behavior and what they're doing to you guys as women, they get upset and mad, not because they're some righteous men. No, because that's their player card. To get in your house, use you up, eat everything up, and bounce. So when are you going to stop accepting that behavior as women? Boy moms is dangerous because it's an epidemic that is happening across the globe, and that is hurting everybody, especially women and children. So I'm just asking the question, when are you guys are going to stop accepting bum behavior? I want to leave women with something. When you're moving forward, you must not roll backwards for someone that's underqualified. When you are moving forward, you must not roll backwards for someone that is underqualified. I don't care how they look. I don't care what they think they know. I don't care how smooth they talk. I don't care what they coming with. If they are not on your level, bounce. Because that person will drag you down. They will drag you all the way down to the ground. Because they are simply not on your level. So that's it for now until you guys see me next time. Stay tuned to the BlaK Family Podcast. Peace, love, and respect. Black Power.